Alright, what's up, y'all? Y'all on deck with Third Eye Cam. Today's date, July 28, 2022, and the time is 2:43 in the morning. I'm watching the stars. I got my night vision out. I'm surveying what little bit of stars out. I know that I can see some planetoids, geoids close to the Earth. They blotting out the stars, right? And I'm listening to a few people on my YouTube channel. You know, I don't mind listening to people when they get to talking weird. One thing I can't stand is when people have still frame pictures. And I will tell you who's guilty of this, Alex. They have these still frame pictures of, you know, whatever anomalies are crossing the sky. And then they start generating these little false narratives and fairy tale stories about UFOs flying around. And there's no movement in these still frame pictures. Still told. I need a steel toe, kick them up the butt. In these still frame pictures, and they're generating these fairy tales, and they're pretending like these so-called UFOs are flying and connecting with each other and dispatching from each other. Like, we want to see some damn movement. You can spin any kind of still frame in any direction based on a look. So it might sound good to a lot of people who like fairy tale, because I'm starting to find out that the world is really fake. Minus a few of y'all that really prefer to know the real deal, because for some reason telling a lie attached to a fable sounds more exciting than finding and knowing the truth. You know what I mean? And because Third Eye Cam is finding the truth, y'all see my exciting pictures of these geoids, asteroids, geoids, moonoids, and planetoids flying above our heads, and the unidentified flying objects that I've captured. And that's why I'm out tonight with my night vision, because I haven't done this in a while since really I've seen that black bear. I just don't feel like dealing with that dude, you know, until he goes into hibernation. But nah, the thing that irks me is, you know, people spinning all these fabled stories about UFOs all of a sudden, and I'm starting to hear people who honestly never look like they used, and I'm being funny as heck, people that have never used ancient languages on a daily basis, like Grand Rising and Shalom. Unless you actually went through that religion, since y'all are stuck in religion, and that stuff stemmed from those ancient peoples that were my great infinity ancestors, who used these words and they had some real meaning. They weren't just a shallow punchline to make them feel connected to the Most High. Like, we connect through and to the Most High through our bloodline and our spirit, not through our skin color, and also through our energy. A lot of y'all are faking it, and I've been watching a lot of people take the placeholder of the original people. Let me tell you what I went through today. I was at Target. The video I put out where the planet below the Earth's horizon. So I have been out at Target for an hour, right? Looking at the sky, looking at everything transition. Other people that was shopping at Target were taking pictures of two of the planets. They didn't know what they were looking at, and it was all good, cool. They saw what I was doing. I took my tripod out. Y'all saw the setup, or you will see the setup. I took my tripod out, set my Creative XP night vision on the stand, let it look at the clouds, and I put my G phone camera up and connected it to my Vivitar stand, put it on the hood, and I had my Boblo handheld in my hand looking up. So been there for like an hour. Then I start breaking down my equipment slowly as the sun is going and the clouds are getting away and the planets are moving across the sky. That one big unit blacked out the whole sky, sitting right on top of our heads. And so this white lady, one of the Donald Trump types that are kind of emboldened. No, this is not me ranting. I'm just letting y'all know what kind of day I had. So I felt the negative energy already in the air all day since the morning. And you know, that's when I actually get away from people in the world, because people get little cobs up their butts and all of a sudden they get a chest plate. Guess what? I got a Megatron gat, and it'll diffuse that, melt it right through. So yeah, so I'm breaking down. Not, you know, I'll break down. I stop my camera, put that up. I stop my night vision, blah blah, put that up, and I'm getting ready to go for my creative XP. So I get ready to take the XP off the mount, but when you take it off the mount, you got to tilt it down slightly to disconnect it from the whole tripod. So this lady that came, Miss Janie come lately, way late. I know she saw what I was doing. She just wanted to interact with me, but she didn't really know how to be friendly. So the Donald Trump attitude came out, and she's pulling out the part across from me, kind of slightly diagonal. I'm tilting my camera down, but my camera's still looking up at the sky. And it'll probably show up in the video. Matter of fact, I'll do a different segment on that. So then she swings around to my truck and is like, "What are you doing?" And I immediately go into my little sharp tone, because I already know what it is. And I was like, "Excuse me?" And she's like, "Well, what are you taking pictures of the sky?" And I was like, "Yes, I am." She was like, "Cause I feel like you were taking pictures of me." And at this point, y'all know my rule about me being through with man. I don't deal with man-made structures and modern day man and his bull. That includes women. I'm on some ancient stuff. And I look up at the sky. That's how I get my harmony. You know, especially when I see my planets passing over. I don't think about nothing that no man is doing on the earth with his or her feet on the same plane as me, unless they are elevating with me. And if they're trying to go against the grain, they're going to catch nothing but plasma and fire from me. So once she went into a spiel about she felt like I was trying to get a video of her old self. Y'all, she was in probably her 60s. She was in her 60s. I'm gonna say mid 60s, knocking on 70, because I know what people in their 50s and 40s look like. So I said, "Ma'am, I do not have time to deal with human beings and their flawed, disruptive patterns as they go about trying to exalt their supremacy in all directions upon people who are not even thinking about them." I was like, "Man, you're not even a blip on my radar," because she had pissed me off at that time. And then I said, "I don't have time for humans and their small capacity of thinking pushed about in a skewed and negative disruptive pattern." And she was like, she got really pissed, and he got hurt. Like, her feelings got hurt, and I meant to have hurt her. Sergeant freaking United States Marine me came out, and that guy's a bad mofo. That guy's put high ranks in check, like profusely. Did not care, and he did it real tactical, like. And then she's like, "You insulted me. You should not have called me small. I am not small." And I said, "Oh, excuse me. Did I say small? I meant microscopic." And at that time, she tried to go like she went low. I went lower. Then she tries to go ugly, like supremacy ugly. And she goes, "Well, you're recording in this parking lot. You can go somewhere else." And I said, "What you can do is go home, ma'am, and get out my face. It's time for you to go right now. Go away right now." And I had to remember, I dealt with another Confederate I was at Target today, the 27th of July, the 23rd of January. Look at the two J's in the 20s. How about that? The January 23rd is when I dealt with the Confederate white guy who pushed me into a position where I had to defend myself, because he said, "I'm gonna kill you N-word." And then you know, he just caused me some ruckus. But I tell you, I can't deal with people who ain't about nothing. They ain't doing nothing, but they causing problems. I tell you, causing problems. So I'm trying to stay away from the negativity, because I have an extra perception of that negative energy as it comes. And when it comes, I know how to get away from the world. Not because I'm afraid, because I don't want to have to jack nobody up. So if you hear, you know, me talking, don't think that I hate white people. I don't hate no colors. I hate that mindset that's attached to negative stigmas that's attached to what is called an ashatan or a satan or one of those guys that fell away from God because they couldn't handle themselves. But I just had to bring that to y'all because, like, I felt the negative energy in the sky and I knew somebody's gonna come at me stupid, giving them the opportunity. It's gonna get worse. Like, I'm listening to the situations. I'm listening to the way of the world right now. I got my ear to the sky. I don't talk about most of this stuff because it irks me to have to repeat. Some people actually get off on talking about racism in a negative connotation and all this other stuff, but nobody's really trying to be positive, and those are the lower frequency beings. I hear about this stuff and it makes me pissed as hell. Just any kind of injustice, don't matter the skin color. Unfortunately, a lot of them that's happening are still stemming from the beginning of America's entrance into the United States as it presents itself in the world and how they go about business, which has been real shady since the beginning of time. So it's just really irritating to have to go through people's deals where they're just giving me a hard time for nothing, you know? And like, I don't have time for it, y'all. I'm really trying to make my way back to my God. I don't have time for no fallen humans who are following in the ways of the fallen angels. Like, I'm gonna beat the hell out of all fallen individuals that go about subverting my life because I don't have time for you. I really don't. But yo, life is good. The people that are messing up the world right now, doing it on purpose to make everybody struggle, y'all hang in there. If you're a negative entity, you get punched in the face, tripped up, knocked down, tipped over, cow tip your ass. But if you're a good individual that's minding your business and just trying to stay in your lane, not trying to be bothered by people, that means you are high on the devil's radar when you're like that, and then he has to send his little fallen angels through stupid low frequency people to just disrupt your day while you're doing nothing but airing out the opportunity to do what the freak you want to do. And me, I'm confidently arrogant because I've been to a combat zone for this country, have been a United States Marine for this country, didn't have to, but I did it, and this was before my children were born. I don't think nobody, unless I literally violate a law where I become an immediate criminal, other than protecting myself with my gun from some racist Confederate asshole who wants to kill me inward. If I ain't doing nothing criminal like robbing, slinging drugs, doing anything illegal that we all hear about, the little dumb stereotypes, then there is nothing that no one can do to call themselves trying to screw with me. But yeah, just, you know, a little extra. If you're a good entity and you're just minding your business, you know, more power to you and God bless you. But if you're a hateful, evil entity that wants to try to rule people, I hope your ass goes to hell forever. You do not get to come back out. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna be a gate guard. I'm gonna sign up for that. I'm gonna walk up in the door and beat all bad negative entities asses every day. And a day with God is 1,000 years. So that's gonna be a long beat down. Then I'll be happy. Straight up. Y'all got me messed up. Third Eye Cam. And with that, I'm gonna go ahead and be out. Alright? Third Eye Cam. Poof. Freaking poof.